Hi there, everyone. My name's Emily Teacher, and today we're going to be reading a controversial prime minister. On December 1st, 1988, Benazir Bhutto, aged 35, was sworn in as Prime Minister of Pakistan. She was the first woman in modern times ever to be elected the head of state in a Muslim country. Bhutto reached the apex of political power, a remarkable feat in a country whose culture is dominated by men. Her election vindicated the honor of her father, the former Prime Minister, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. 10 years earlier, he had been taken prisoner and ordered executed by the military ruler General Zia after a trial that Benazir Bhutto condemned as a travesty of justice. All right, so let's read more about this person, Benazir Bhutto. Benazir Bhutto grew up a child of privilege. Her father, an Oxford-educated lawyer, the scion of a wealthy and influential family, was drawn into politics at an early age. Following the defeat of Pakistan in its 1971 war with India, the suave diplomat turned politician and founder of the Pakistan People's Party was first appointed president. Then, under a new constitution, he was officially elected prime minister. He encountered opposition almost immediately when he began the difficult task of cleaning up Pakistan's sordid political system, which was run by the military in collusion with some of the country's elite families. So, Benazir Bhutto, she grew up a privileged life, because her father, who was a very well-educated lawyer, was the head of this influential family, and when he was young, he was brought into politics. So he was a politician and the founder of the Pakistan People's Party and was appointed as president. And then after there was a new constitution, he was elected as prime minister. So he was trying to clean up the political system in Pakistan at this time. Her autobiography, Daughter of Destiny, suggests that Benazir Bhutto revered her father and that he in turn idolized her. Taking her into his confidence, he introduced her to many world leaders and sent her to Radcliffe and Oxford to study government. In 1977, having completed her studies, she returned to Pakistan. She scarcely had time to unpack before General Zia, the army chief of staff, overthrew her father in a military coup. Shortly thereafter, Zia had him indicted on charges of ordering the assassination of a political opponent. Despite appeals from world leaders, her father was executed. It was an act she considers judicial murder. Benazir Bhutto and her mother were then placed under house arrest. So Benazir Bhutto was very close to her father, and her father gave her everything in life. And then later, unfortunately, this general conspired against her father and overtook the government. He overthrew Benazir Bhutto's father with a military coup and ordered that her father be killed. The 11-year rule of General Zia was marked by the brutal suppression of civil liberties. The PPP was outlawed. When supporters of the martyred Bhutto demonstrated, they were tear-gassed and arrested. Benazir Bhutto felt that the torch of leadership had been passed to her, and her vitriolic expression of contempt for General Zia led to her imprisonment. In 1981, she was held in solitary confinement for 5 months, with no toilet or running water. During this time, she was denied medical treatment. Her guards would sometimes leave a bottle of poison in her cell. So, unfortunately, things started to go further decline in Pakistan at this time. During 11 years, this general who overtook the government had taken away a lot of civil liberties, outlawed the PPP, and even didn't allow people to have protests or demonstrations that were against the government. So Benazir Bhutto felt that it was her turn to try and help the country. And then for going against General Zia, she was arrested in these horrible, horrible conditions, right? In a cell, solitary confinement, all alone with no running water and no toilet. General Zia failed to break her spirit, however. In 1984, she was permitted to leave the country. She chose to settle in London. 2 years later, responding to international pressure, General Zia rescinded his ban on political parties. Bhutto was allowed to return to Pakistan. She went on a triumphant tour of the country, greeted by multitudes of joyous PPP supporters. In August 1988, a plane carrying Zia and his top military advisors crashed, incinerating everyone on board. She was allowed to leave the country, Bhutto, and then later she was allowed to come back. And the General Zia and those who were supporting him died in a plane crash. Several months later, Benazir Bhutto led the PPP to victory. She held the office of Prime Minister for 2 years, restoring civil liberties and releasing political prisoners. She faced political opposition at every turn and was even forced to combat charges of corruption within her own administration. Though her narrow re-election in 1993 secured her place in office for a few years, Benazir Bhutto lost the race for Prime Minister in 1997. The military quickly overthrew the newly elected government, and Bhutto was exiled from her own country. In the fall of 2007, Bhutto returned to Pakistan to continue her struggle against the country's corrupt political system. Her battle came to a tragic end on December 27, 2007, when she was assassinated at a political rally in Pakistan. Like her father before her, Bhutto gave her life fighting to do what was best for her country and its people. So many things happened over this time. Eventually, Bhutto was able to become the prime minister of Pakistan and to restore some liberties for the people and to improve things a little. But unfortunately, she was not able to stay in that position forever. And again, the military overthrew the government and problems continued. And unfortunately, in 2007, Bhutto was assassinated at a rally in Pakistan. So although she was not able to change things permanently, Bhutto spent her life trying to fight for the people of Pakistan to make it a better place to live. And surely she made her father proud. Thank you for reading with me today. We have links that are related to each article. And if you guys want the link for this one here, you can find it down in the description below.